Hello and welcome, Leo. I'm Adriana. I'm an Evolutionary Life Coach. And today you and I are going to go on a journey through the cards to uncover your spiritual message and focus for the week. So the theme of your week, lovely Queen of Cups, and we're in the Scorpio moon energy right now. Well, right now when this reading is being filmed, we might have moved on to Sagittarius by the time you see this. But this is lovely. Okay. So, Leo, your message this week is stay strongly connected to that little voice. Nurture that intuition, nurture your emotional connections, and most of all, nurture your own emotional body. When this card shows up, I know that your intuition is going to be extra strong this week. And this is all about creating that lovely, inviting space for it. That you really value and trust and love your intuition. This is really an awesome week for that. So when you make that inviting and nurturing space for it, it's much easier to follow it. It's much easier to tune into it. And it reminds you of its presence when you make this space for it. Okay. Look at this. This is wonderful. King of Cups. The mates to these looking at each other. So Leo, you're ready for this attunement with this Queen of Cups. For a lot of you, relationships are going to be on the forefront, on the front burner this week. And these are the types of relationships that are well matched, that are nurturing and mutually supportive and mutually beneficial. These are good relationships. So this week is all about cultivating that kind of space. So just as you're making space for your intuition, this is about making space for those relationships that are truly nurturing and truly supportive and truly good for you. Now, if you're in a place where you don't feel connected to that, where you're like, well, I have none of these relationships right now, then this is about cultivating this relationship within yourself. Being at home with yourself, loving and valuing yourself, but also understanding that even though you may not have these relationships in your life right now, you can react to people with the qualities of these relationships. So although you may not feel loved, you can still react to others with love. Although you may not feel appreciated, you can still express your appreciation for others. And it's making that shift that really allows you to come into the fullness of the appreciation and the experience of this harmonious energy. Okay, we've got the Tower going into the Five of Swords, going into the Hanged Man. Okay, we're in this lovey-dovey space over here, and then we've got this message next. So let me sit with this for a second because I feel like we've just been pulled into a different world. Okay, any doubts, any places where you're not quite trusting those nurturing relationships, any places where you're kind of doubting or not trusting yourself or feeling like you don't deserve those relationships, that's all coming down, okay? Because the presence of these relationships and the presence of this loving energy is so strong and in your face this week that anything that isn't in alignment with it is just going to crumble away. It's really an amazing kind of purge in a way that's going on. We've got in this card, I don't know if you can see it, there's two figures. Am I pointing in the right place? There's two figures that are falling from the Tower. So those are any energies that don't really serve your highest good anymore, that don't align with this overwhelming, all-embracing kind of love energy that's so present for you. All of that falls away. And any energies that continue to pull at you, that take away from you rather than add to you, they are going to be taken out. Because you are manifesting and connecting so strongly from this place of emotional connect, any disconnect just isn't in line with it. It isn't in harmony with it. So the Hanged Man is asking you to be okay with this process, to be at home with this process, because although it's going to seem a bit upheaval and chaotic, some of these relationships may have been fairly deep rooted. You need to be okay with that because you're undergoing a process of transformation. This is a little taste. I mean, can you imagine if for the rest of your life you had relationships that were this? People that got each other, people that were on the same page, that really understood what the other needed, and without speaking know how to treat each other, without speaking know what the other needs. So deeply bonded and connected that words aren't necessary. I mean, can you imagine if for the rest of your life your relationships were like that? These cards are saying it's possible, but it's going to take some removing of some deeply rooted ones, deeply rooted relationships and patterns that aren't aligned with this lovey-dovey harmonious place here. Okay, but the Hanged Man is saying it's all right. There's still a harvest for you. Can you see there's wheat in the background? We've got the fruits on this tree, some berries. There's still a harvest for you. You're asking for something more. You're asking for these deeper, really soul-connected relationships. And it's coming. That abundance is coming your way. In the meantime, we've got to clean out this other stuff. So if this is your desire, if I've been talking about your heart's desire, this perfectly connected relationship, it will be coming for you, but you have to surrender to letting all of the unharmonious stuff go. Letting that completely leave your vibrational field and leave your life. So, Leo, huge message. Lovely cards, though. Questions about that, please let me know. And thank you again for sharing your time and energy with me. I do so love doing these readings. And I'd invite you to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you are curious, you are welcome to check out my website, True Guidance Tarot. Full disclaimer, it is still under construction. I'm still finessing it behind the scenes and making some different offerings. But whatever's on the website is still current. And so if you would like a reading or some guidance, please check it out. So I look forward to seeing you next time and have a great week.